Okay, this is a very short ad hoc video. Tomorrow I want to play in the church, and I bought a new sound system recently. It's a, I'll show you up here in my wonderful garage of mess. There's one up there, hiding there. There's another one here. Let's put that in the field so you can really hear it. And then there's some more speakers around the back there. And underneath is a 5.1, you just love the mess, 5.1 system, yeah? And it sounds crap, yeah? Abject crap, can't play it. But when you play the actual music, it's still there, but you don't notice it as much. But I've had this problem with noise forever, yeah? And normally you think of ground loops and stuff like that. But the important thing is to do some research, yeah? So these dudes are, I think, with it, because here we've got this guy here, Scotty's Tech Info, and he talks about these little ferrite beads, not feral beads, they're feral cats, yeah? And also this dude here talks about parasitic circuits, and he explains more of the physics of the induction that's going on, yeah? So what's this got to do with anything? Well, when you get some older gear, because these connectors were quite old, you got better quality cables. And if you look at this cable here, he's got the little ferrule bead on it. So let's do the first stage. Let's plug in, and this one came off a disk drive, a cheap Chinese disk drive, yeah? And I thought, oh, it's a nice shielded cable. Clearly I need shielded cables, yeah? Lots of metal around it, that's what I need, yeah? I'm going to pause the video, and what I'm going to do first of all is just take this wire out of the loop going into the repeater hub, yeah? So that's the first thing I'm going to do, and let's see if it makes any difference. So this one is a standard, I don't know, host connector going to a USB-A, and it's got the ferrule on it. So I'll unplug it, and it might want me to reboot my machine because sometimes it gets the arse that I've unplugged it. So let's just do that. Okay, so I'm going to try and see if I can plug it in live so you can see it. There it is. It's about to go in here. And hopefully it will boot up and say hello. And on the screen you see it says there's no sound card, yeah? So this is quiet because there's no sound card. So now we need to let it detect the problem, which is I unplugged it. And I'll leave it to resolve itself. Sometimes it wants you to reboot the machine, so just let it finish that. Okay, so the problem was I hadn't quite pushed the cable in when I did it off there, but you see it's still got that terrible noise. Gets a little bit better as I move it, and in fact, you know, this is the problem with correlation not being causation. At one point I was moving this, it seemed to make a difference. If I touched that, it seemed to make a difference. It's got nothing to do with it. So all right, clearly we put this ferrite bead on, not feral cat, ferrite bead on, and the internet's full of crap here because people lie to you, of course. But wait a minute, this cable here isn't a ferrite cable. I'll get it right in the end. So let me plug that one. I've got this one here. So let's reach down behind the back. So let's just unplug it here, and it will instantly get quiet. Just unwire it a second. I looped it. This is exciting science, or engineering, whatever. So that goes in like that, and I'm really pleased. I've got some of these old Epson cameras from the 1990s, because they were just in a cable box doing nothing, and I didn't seem to think there was any difference. I stupidly assumed, I'm a fairly good mathematician physicist, I stupidly assumed that these are better cables because they have shielding that's clear on them, yeah? So let's drop this down the back of all the keyboards, and oh, this is where I need a glamorous assistant. Let me put that so you can see it, and I'll grab it there. And we come down to the inner dungeon of mess that's here. So this one comes out, as this one goes in. Okay, so the problem what I've done is I plugged in the old cable which wasn't connected. So now what you can hear is, I hope, very little noise. Well, okay, Steve, is the sound card plugged in? Let's find out. Yeah. And I can't say it better than that. There is a joy inside of me and a peace inside of me, because all these years, and I'm a pretty reasonable mathematician, physicist, whatever, I put up with this crappy noise because I just assumed it was ground loops and crap like that, yeah? For me at least, the key is following these dudes. So let's put them back and give them the credit, yeah? Following these dudes, so Scotty's Tech Info, and who's this dude? W2AEW, whatever the hell that stands for, yeah? And basically, not looking for the shiny flashy cables. These are not your friends, yeah? These are crap. go for the ferrite ones, and now you can enjoy your music. And I'm going to jam along this ready for tomorrow, yeah, because it's just so quiet. And